Namaste, Hare Krishna, Shalom, Salam Alaikum, Aloha, Wingapo, Ilaka Alakin, Aloha, I already said that. Good morning, everybody. It's been a while since I've been on YouTube. I'm hospitalized again. This time I think it's a good time, but I still have a little bit of problems. I'm going to see if this is better. I don't have a lot of cards here, so I'm going to sing 2 songs. It's to cheer myself up or encourage myself, but also for my loved ones and of course for the entire world. I'm going to sing Don't Give Up by Peter Gabriel and Kate Bush. The pity is that it's sung by 2 persons, and it's necessary that it's sung by 2 persons because it's a dialogue. And now I'm singing it all by myself, and the dialogue content goes away because you only hear my voice. I will also sing I'll Stand By You by the Pretenders. I will give some explanation after singing those songs. Those songs I haven't heard that often lately, and I didn't sing them that much, and they're a little bit difficult to know how to sing, to remember, because I cannot read notes and chords and stuff like that, so I only have the lyrics. So I hope I can sing it well. I don't know what to say anymore. I'm just going to start. I hope I do it well. So I'm going to start with Don't Give Up. I hope I cannot see myself anymore, so I will just see. I don't have it printed, so it's also on the screen. That's a little bit of a pity as well. Okay, I'm going to try. In this proud land we grew up strong. We were wanted all along. I was taught to fight, taught to win. I never thought I could fail. No fight left, or so it seems. I'm a man whose dreams have all deserted. I've changed my face, I've changed my name, but no one wants you when you lose. No, the female singing, first it was the man. Don't give up, 'cause you have friends. Don't give up, you're not beaten yet. Don't give up, I know you can make it good. Though I saw it all around, never thought that I could be affected. Thought that we'd be the last to go. It's so strange the way things turn. Drove the night towards my home, the place I was born, on the lakeside. As daylight broke, I saw the earth. The trees had burned down to the ground. Don't give up, you still have us. Don't give up, we don't need much of anything. Don't give up, 'cause somewhere there's a place where we belong. Rest your head, you worry too much. It's gonna be alright. When times get rough, you can fall back on us. Don't give up, please don't give up. Gotta walk out of here. I can't take anymore. Gonna stand on that bridge. Keep my eyes down below. Whatever may come and whatever may go. That river's flowing. That river's flowing. Move on to another town. Tried hard to settle down. For every jump, So many men, no one needs. Don't give up, 'cause you have friends. Don't give up, you're not the only one. Don't give up, no reason to be ashamed. Don't give up, you still have us. Don't give up now, we are proud of who you are. Don't give up, you know it's never been easy. Don't give up, 'cause I believe there's a place where we belong. And there's a lot of noise on the background. I'm singing it not totally on key, I'm sorry, but it's too difficult to remember. And with all those noises, I'm forgetting it at all. But I'm going to go to the next Pretenders. Oh, why you look so sad? Tears are in your eyes. Come on and come to me now. Don't be ashamed to cry. Let me see you through. 'Cause I've seen the dark side too. When the night falls on you, you don't know what to do. Nothing you confess could make me love you less. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. So if you're mad, get mad. Don't hold it all inside. Come on and talk to me now. Hey, what you got to hide? I get angry too, but I'm a lot like you. When you're standing at the crossroads and don't know which path to choose, let me come along. 'Cause even if you're wrong, I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. Take me into your darkest hours, and I'll never desert you. I'll stand by you. And when the night falls on you, baby, you're feeling all alone. You won't be on your own. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. Take me into your darkest hour, and I'll never desert you. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. That was the song of the Pretenders. Now I'm going to see the lyrics. I don't see myself, so I don't know how I come across. What I wanted to say about Don't Give Up by Kate Bush and Peter Gabriel. Well, I think if I look at my own life, when I was younger, I thought I would be a successful psychologist, but instead I got into psychiatry, had a lot of problems, was arbeidsongeschikt, I couldn't work because I'm sleeping too much and stuff like that. And I never thought it would be me, and he's also singing something like that. In this proud land, we grew up strong. We were wanted all along. So you think you can make it, you can play the facade, you can wear the mask, be successful, play out your ego. I was taught to fight, taught to win this ego. I never thought I could fail. We were wearing the mask, we're saying no against failure. No fight left, or so it seems. I'm a man whose dreams have all deserted. That was me as well. My dreams had all been deserted when I came into psychiatry and couldn't work. I've changed my face, I've changed my name, but no one wants you when you lose. When I was looking for internships, they were all not so happy with me because I was too insecure. Don't give up, because you have friends. Well, I don't feel that I always had that much friends because a lot of people left me at the end of my tribulations. But I feel at least you have guardian angels and angels around you, in the deceased ones that are taking care of you, ancestors, stuff like that. Well, I have never seen angels when going through tribulations, but I've heard other people when they wanted to commit suicide, and the song is about committing suicide, that they were meted by angels and they said, "You will never be alone, we will always be with you. Don't give up, you're not beaten yet. Don't give up, I know you can make it good." Now he's singing what I was saying before. Though I saw it all around, never thought that I could be. Though I saw it all around, never thought that I could be affected. That we be the last to go. It's so strange the way things turn. It's also for me. I thought I was very smart and I would make it. And instead of that, I'm 41. I still have no normal job like everybody else. I don't have a family. I don't have a job. My life is a complete mess. It is so strange the way things turn. And now she's just singing about drove the night towards my home, the place that I was born on the lakeside. As daylight broke, I saw the earth. The trees had burned down to the ground. Well, sometimes I feel the trees have been burned down to the ground as well for me, as well in this situation. I feel a little bit desperate, but I'm not going to explain why. Don't give up. You still have us. Don't give up. We don't need much of anything. The friends you really have, they don't ask a lot of you. Also the invisible friends. Don't give up, please. Don't give up. Got to walk out of here. I can't take anymore. Gonna stand on that bridge. Keep my eyes down below. Whatever may come and whatever may go, that river's flowing. That river's flowing. So he's somehow suggesting suicide. He's going to stand on the bridge and jump. But the funny thing in that at the end is the river's flowing. It gives me a sense of change. The river is flowing, Panta Rhei, like I don't know what philosopher it was. Pythagoras, I'm not sure. I'm not sure who said Panta Rhei. Everything is flowing. He's implicitly, to my feeling, saying that he wants to end it all, but it's all changing. Like Buddha says, the one thing that is permanent, that is change. And that's also one of the reasons he shouldn't give up, because he's suggesting like the river's flowing, it's going to change again. For me, it's when time gets rough, you can wait. I'm losing track. So to me there's a slight bit of hope in the end of that river's flowing. It's just maybe because of philosophy that I feel it like that. Moved on to another town, tried hard to settle down for every job. So many men, no one needs. I can settle, I can relate. I'm sorry, my English. And now she's singing again, don't give up, Kate Bush, because you have friends, don't give up, you're not the only one. Most of the time when we are in troubles, we feel like we're the only one having troubles, because all of other people are too ashamed to show that they have the problems as well. So you think you're alone. It's like one quote from Facebook. I should have looked it up before, but you see two little men with a big mask, two big masks, and something like they're wearing masks not to be recognized that they have blue faces or something like that. And then they cross somebody who has also a blue face but is wearing a mask, and they never know that they found each other because they were wearing masks. And that's a little bit the same in this case. We're all hiding behind the mask, not wanting to show our vulnerability. Then we run into another person who has the same vulnerability, but we don't know because we're always wearing masks. So that you're not the only one. That's a problem that we are never that courageous to show we are hurt and vulnerable, and that's why we think we're the only one. Don't give up. No reason to be ashamed. We are conditioned to feel ashamed if we feel like failing, but we should. It's like Rumi, Leonard Cohen, and who else is saying that? It's the if Leonard Cohen, what's his name? Hemingway, Ernest Hemingway, are saying there's a crack in everything, and that's how the light gets in. That's the version of Leonard Cohen. Rumi says there's a wound in all of us, and that's how the light gets in. And Hemingway says something a little bit between the two of them. But it's originally Rumi, because Rumi is the oldest. And let me see. Don't give up, you still have us. I would say at least the angels and God. Don't give up now. We're proud of who you are. When we're at our lowest, we most of the time feel like nothing because we identify with the ego, while the angels or God sees us from the perspective of the strength we need to continue. We think we have failed, but they see the courage we have to have, and the strength and the hope and the faith we have to persevere in such a situation. We might think like, oh, I've lost my job, or I'm in psychiatry, and we think we are failures because we think we look at ourselves from the viewpoint of others and social roles. But instead, they know how courageous you must be to keep on living and keep on fighting for your life, keep your dignity, keep on loving other persons, keep smiling. I'm not saying you should smile and hide your pain, but if you keep on believing in life, that's a very courageous something. So that's why they're proud of who you are. Don't give up. You know it's never been easy. It's true. Don't give up, because there's a place that we belong. Now I'm going to the other song, The Pretenders, I'll Stand By You. I will do it just like verse by verse again. Oh, why you look so sad, tears are in your eyes. Come on and come to me now. Don't be ashamed to cry. Sometimes you want to look strong and stuff like that, but that's also a facade. It's a mask. It's okay to be vulnerable. Let me see you through, because I've seen the dark side too. We all have problems, and if you can acknowledge with yourself that you have problems and you're vulnerable, it will be easier for other people to be vulnerable around you. When the night falls on you, you don't know what to do. Nothing you confess could make me love you less. That last sentence, nothing you confess could make me love you less, is from Mark, the Bible. Jesus says that in Marcus, I thought 1.35 to 45. I have not looked it up in my own Bible because I'm in hospital and I don't have my own Bible. So I don't know in what context he says it, but it's a brilliant sentence. And it's one of the reasons I'm singing this song now, and also for my loved ones. Nothing you confess could make me love you less. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. It's a beautiful sentence. So sometimes we feel we have to, especially people that are perfectionistic, they feel that they won't be loved if they're making a mistake, or because we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. That's because we're human, and you should be able to forgive yourself and start anew, instead of repeating your ego failure or stuff like that. Like I have failed, and you're stuck in your ego because you failed once. But you're there to learn something. You're there to get to know yourself, and then like, now in this situation I was a little afraid too, and I got a little bit stuck in. And then you can say like, now I'm learning. I know something about myself better. I can grow in that perspective because I'm aware of it, that it's now there. And instead of feeling guilty that you made a mistake, you can say like, at least now I know that about myself. I can change myself so I don't have to repeat that mistake in the future. And my future relationships will be better because I know myself better now. I'm more aware. I have that problem as well because most of the time I feel very guilty too if I make a stupid mistake and making sabotaging all good things in my life. But then I think like it's hard as a perfectionist to say like I forgive myself, but you have to forgive yourself. I'm breathing very fast because I'm afraid that somebody will come in. So I want to be fast because I hear all noises on the corridor, and I don't want to be interrupted. But I was saying that I make mistakes, and it's hard because you don't want to hurt anybody, you don't want to make mistakes and look a fool. But sometimes you just have to say, "Oh damn, I made a mistake." But now I got wiser about myself. I have more self insight. I um, I can. I'm aware now that I have this problem, and now I can work on it. And even though it hurt my relationships now, at least I can change it in the coming time, so it won't hurt my relationships anymore. And I have this problem that I feel like I've messed up. I have this a lot of times that I think like I don't I do a little bit not of my intuition. I don't follow my intuition, and then I was like, damn, why was I so stubborn? Why this, why that? But all those times I learn, and it's hard, and you have to admit you're just human. But it's inescapable to be just human. You will make mistakes, and you can run into eternity hiding those mistakes. But sometimes you just have to be vulnerable and say, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Maybe you will cry, but you will say that my ego isn't that important as our relationship. I will not destroy our relationship because I want to hide my mistakes. Our relationship is more important than that. I would just look a fool, but at least you know I love you, and you know I love you, and you love me. Um, so nothing you confess could make me love you less. I'll stand by you. I've already sung it. So if you're mad, get mad. Well, I'm not singing it well, but okay. So they are saying I will talk about myself again. I'm a little bit out of breath. Maybe it's because it's also in English. When I was young, I was taught not to be angry. I was raised in a narcissistic and psychopathic foster parent situation, and they always make you feel guilty, and they cross your line sexually. And I never get mad. But how would I explain that? I don't know if it's correct in English, but in Dutch we say sublimeren. And I think I would just say sublimate in English. So when they cross my boundaries, I wouldn't say like I'm angry, get off my body. I would say, oh, I can learn from this, I can be a wiser person, I can become a good psychologist. And you will say it's true, but it's like I've previously mentioned, it's a defense mechanism. You don't feel anymore that you're angry that they are crossing your boundary. It took me 40 years to get angry for somebody crossing my boundaries because I was always sublimating. I was always saying, oh, I can learn something from this, I can learn something from that. And in the same sentence, I was taking it all. I was accepting it all because I was learning. I couldn't say no. If I could say no, I don't want this to happen, and I could see like I will be a good psychologist, it would have been different. But this sublimating took me, it it justified of not saying no. So in that situation in my foster parents, I couldn't say no because I would feel guilty because they felt made me feel guilty that they were taking care of me as foster parents. And I felt like maybe I'm not safe if I'm saying that I'm angry. They will hurt me even more. So I justified my not putting my boundaries straight by just saying, oh, I can learn something from it. And it's true, but it's pushing something away, namely that I don't want what they're doing. And it took me to until last year that I finally got really angry for taking my virginity. I was so angry. I was screaming, stomping, I don't know how to say it, pounding the floor, stuff like that. I was screaming like a crazy one because I was so angry what they took of me because it was holy for me. And that we are so conditioned to not be angry, but anger is also very good if we want to put our boundaries straight. We get angry when our boundaries are violated. And if we push that anger away, we don't have the feeling anymore with our own boundaries. And yes, we get the feeling in the society a lot that anger is something bad, but it's only bad if it's totally from the ego, if it wants to control somebody else, if it wants to ruin somebody else. But healthy anger comes from the higher self or from the inner child. And the inner child takes in consideration your feelings, but also of the environment. If you're angry from your ego, you won't be vulnerable. You will just ruin the other person and hide your vulnerability. But if it comes from the inner child, it can show that it's vulnerable. So it also meets the needs of the surroundings by saying something about yourself as well. Like I I feel you cross my boundaries now. I'm crying because you cross my boundaries. They will see like they are not just blind rage there to destroy me, but I see somebody hurting. I've really hurt somebody, and that the person that crossed your boundaries can come into their feelings again. It's like, hey, I've hurt somebody. They're not just angry. I've seen the vulnerability, and now I know I shouldn't do that. So I hope you feel the difference about being angry, and I feel silly because I'm here in this hospital and everybody can hear me talking. So I don't feel well, to be honest. That's why I want to be fast. Um, so, so if we should get angry from our inner child that's connected with the environment and with our deeper selves as well, not just blind rage that's only there to see the environment and to destroy the environment, but can see themselves and the environment as well. So if you're mad, get mad. Don't hold it all inside. Come on and talk to me now. Hey, what you got to hide? I get angry too when I'm a lot like you. I'm a lot like you. That makes me think of the Bible, the love of one's neighbor. Literally, it says, I hope I can say it in English. It's that in English, I don't know how you say it normally in English. Love your neighbors as yourself. But actually, in Hebrew or stuff, it says, love your neighbor, love your mate who is like you are. So it's not just you love yourself like you love others, but it's the person you the neighbor you have is like you, has hurt, has an ego, has problems just like you. And if you can love that darkness or shadow in yourself, you can love other people as well. I hope I can say it correctly. So well, I'm a lot like you. So that's the rea, that's the naaste, That's the neighbor that is who is like you are. When you're standing at the crossroad and don't know which path to choose, I'm saying that to my sweetheart. Let me come along, cause even if you're wrong, I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. Okay, so some love, especially the love of God for us and the love of angels for us, even if you're wrong, I'll stand by you. They're like that. We sometimes we have to put boundaries, but that doesn't mean we don't love one another. We don't understand that there's hurt behind the behavior that we feel as inappropriate. We know there's God always sees the little child in us. He sees the hurt behind all the behavior that is not nice. They know that there's hurt, there are wounds, there are traumas, that why we are reacting the way we are. They know it's not just like that. It's because of our humanness and our vulnerability. And because of that vulnerability, God can love us even though we hurt other people. And we can love other people if we know that it's just hurt. I don't know, I'm going back to my live video. I don't know how I came across. I think I would stop at this 1:30, 31:31, but I was just not in time to stop it. I will stop it here. Namaste, Anna. Have a nice day. I hope I can be a little bit more regular with making a video. Okay, thank you. Have a good week. Namaste.